some wrong, some right. Devil's that pretty self-explanatory. But you know, trying to get it right, you know. Trying to see it right, so Mr. Right. How to explain? What is it all you say? How to help me make it through the day? How do I explain? What is it all you say? How to help me change my evil ways? How do what is it all you say? How to help me take up all these chains? Bless you with the thing. How do I explain? I'm a devil's advocate. Miss brown skin, light brown skin, dark brown skin. We could link around 10. I said, I ain't got no lady, you ain't got no man. Tell me what's the deal, what's the plan?
Hey,
you wanna talk, wanna touch, wanna
IntellectualRadio.com. Live, another perspective. I'm here solo dolo, but that's all good because you know I can handle this by myself. Yes, sir. What y'all hearing is Devil Advocate from my show High. Some high tracks, you know what I'm saying? Send them out a shout out, email them. We got a song called Devil Advocate. Well, you know what I'm saying? Things I want to talk about today. First and foremost, big ups to the people that actually got involved with shutting down the highway. You know, Father Flager, Jesse Jackson. For once, I could salute Jesse Jackson because he did his thing. You know what I'm saying? He told them we shutting it down because we got something to say. I'm tired of the gun violence. We need economic development in our community. We need self-motivational people that's in our community. We need jobs. We need fair wages, fair housing. We need a whole new makeover in some of these neighborhoods that's going to give people motivation to do for themselves. We ain't asking for a handout. That's exactly what Jesse Jackson and Father Failure kept saying. We don't want a handout. We want the necessities that's supposed to be given to us. So I got to give up to all the people that was involved with that shutdown on 67 and really stood their grounds. You know, the thing is about that, you know, I looked at it where they had every state representative. They had all types of law enforcement. They had the military out there. They had streets and sanitation blocking off the people with their trucks like they was going, if they wished to jump out there, they're going to bulldoze them. I seen all this action to try to stop our people, not these people, but our people, for protesting for the necessities that we need in our community. And on top of that, the governor sat there and lied on Father Flager, saying that we was only going to walk out on the two outside lanes of the highway. No, Father Flager said you're a liar. You never told me there was an agreement. It was never an agreement. And we told you we're going to shut down the highway. So what they did was a deterrent. Got all these state people. You had the state troopers. You had all the military people, the National Guards. You had every law enforcement out there, plus streets and sanitation. Then you had some other big buses that was out there trying to block our people from protesting and letting them know that our kids are dying. We're being uneducated in these schools. You're closing down these schools. We don't have adequate food pantries, better than Save-A-Lot and all these. You know, I'm not putting them down because they do have certain things, but all this processed food where they putting these steroids up in it, and we're not getting the nutrition that we need. People catching cancer, people getting blood diseases because we don't have the adequate necessities in our neighborhood. So these are the issues that our people was out there protesting. So I'm giving big ups to every last one of them on my show. You know what I'm saying? I thank you for doing that. Thank you for protecting me. I ain't talking about the military and the police. I'm talking about the people of the community. Thank you for expressing how I feel every day. And that's one thing I wanted to do on this show. This is common sense radio. You don't have to be a scholar. You don't have to be the most smartest in the world. You don't have to have these PhDs on my show. Only thing I ask for you all is common sense, and give me a common sense theory on why you think the way you do. This show is about opening up your minds, being free to say whatever you want, especially when it comes down to our community, our kids, our well-being, our the welfare system, the whole nine, because they're trying to make it where we get USDA boxes and enough food stamps to buy vegetables. Are you serious? How you gonna dictate what I eat? That's just like giving us the rest of the hog after the slave owners then got full and spit half of the stuff up on the pig and just went out there and gave that Hannah Mae Jenkins. And what Hannah Mae Jenkins did what she supposed to do as a mother. Clean it off, clean it the right way, boil it, cook it, fry it up so she can feed her siblings. See, these are things that we have to understand. They putting us back. They trying to push us back. We got this dictator of Trump out here trying to dictate how we eat and how we survive in our neighborhoods. Here it is, you trying to ostracize the Mexicans, and you trying to delete us off the faces of the earth by locking us up, killing us off. That's another thing I want to talk about, but I'm gonna finish this up first. You got police shooting people in the back because they running away. You have people coming up missing. Y'all don't know where she at. But if it was a little white kid and a little elderly white person, y'all will put the APB out to make sure y'all get Miss Maryline instead of Anna Mae Jenkins. You know what I'm saying? This is the stuff that kills me. And then y'all have the nerve to complain. The only way y'all gonna fix this here, y'all got to go to y'all alderman and stand on her neck. She work for y'all. You don't work for her or him. If you want your neighborhood cleaned up, you go to your alderman. You set it up where she give us some of that funding so we can have an outreach center on every 4 or 5 blocks of where her ward is, where we have destination zones. You go over there to the university, on every block, they got a panic button. Why we can't have a panic community center that's open up for 24 hours? Not just to hang around and play badminton and play on the gym and nothing like that, but resources. People the women that's being battered by their boyfriends and they tired of it, that's a safe haven because ain't nobody coming up in there. Give me the funding to do that. Give me the grants to do that. See, them the results that I want to see. I want to see those abandoned houses. Hell with Habitat Humana. What about Inglewood Resource Center? What about Inglewood Inc.? Give them the funding. Hood Hope. Black Men United in Peace. Give them the funding so they can be out here to help these kids that need help. Even the ones that don't need help. You can always reel them in. Because they get one thing about them. They do have a sense of heart. Yeah, they put on this facade that they can't be touched and they really bad. But you can get them. Y'all got to get out there and be a part of your community instead of complaining and looking out the window and ain't saying nothing. I'm not saying be a snitch. I'm telling you to check your house. Check your neighbors. If y'all friends, y'all be eyes and ears for each other. That's how you start a dialogue. That's how you get your community together. You ain't got to worry about who freaking who. Don't worry about who going with who and all in other people's business. Make sure your community is safe. That means when you walk out your door, look left to the right, even if you got to walk out to the alley. Be a part of the solution. Stop talking about what's wrong and be a part of getting it together. And you young folks, stop disrespecting these old folks. We're the only race that hate each other because we was bred it that way. I had a good conversation today. I was talking to a young lady on the phone, and I really want to get her on the show. I ain't gonna release her name until she give me permission to, and get her on the show because she had some very good valid points. While y'all sitting up here getting these chicken wings out of these stores that's bigger than your elbow, y'all getting all this processed cheese and processed food that's been shot up with steroids through the chickens, where the chickens normally lay maybe 6 to 8. They getting 24, 36 out of one chicken. Because y'all's pumping them up with these steroids where these chicken can grow fast. So because they know black folks eat chicken. Black folks eat pork, putting all these dyes and all these fillings in it. And then y'all wonder why people is coming up with stomach cancer, prostate cancer, colon cancer, ovarian cancer, in some cases, a breast cancer. Y'all too busy trying to pop a bottle and get your circulation on. Think about your health. Eat a banana for the potassium. One thing about us, we are some amazing people. Our bodies, our skin, the blood that we have, our organs, we regenerate and rejuvenate quickly. Quickly. When you cut yourself, even if it's a big stab wound or a slice, we pat it down, stop the bleeding, we hold pressure on it, and then it stopped the bleed, put a Band-Aid on it. If you look at it maybe 20 minutes later, it's already mending. Because of the melanin and the serotonin and our genes that flows through our body, we rejuvenate. I'm not a doctor. I am a person that saw it firsthand. But we have to be able to start thinking and stop looking at this social media. The social media telling you that y'all eat this, we okay. Y'all know what y'all body need. You need water. You need fruits, vegetables. You know what I'm saying? You need your ABCs and 1, 2, 3 vitamins. You young ladies, here it is. You eating, you're drinking these type of fruit drinks and Red Bulls that's got steroids and caffeine and all of this. You know our bodies assume that. And what the first thing we do, we blow up. And you wonder why these little 11, 9, young as 9, 10-year-old young ladies got bodies like grown women already. Because they are too busy selling out for that processed food and really going out there and buying food that's healthy for the whole family. And y'all wonder why we going through all this. And y'all see it firsthand. As soon as the media say something, there y'all go. Y'all start a dialogue and y'all get hypnotized to it. That's going into what I have to say about Daisy, the old elderly lady that was kidnapped, I think. But she came up missing over there on 63rd and Woodlawn, somewhere over there in that area. And she was in maybe an old folks home or assisted living home, or I don't know exactly, but I know nurses go in and out. Her name is Daisy. Now check this out. I was looking through YouTube and I was also looking at that Kendrick Johnson case. The little boy that was wrapped up in the wrestling mat. And few other people that's been coming up missing. I don't know their name directly, but these two situations is almost but not parallel, because Daisy, her daughter, got her to the building. She got up, girl, I call you when I get in the house and I let you know I made it in. Okay, mama, I love you, whatever the case may be. The cameras got her going in, but all of a sudden the cameras went blank. And then it came on at a certain time and she's missing. The young brother, I was looking on YouTube today, Kendrick Johnson, if that's his name, that was wrapped up in that mat. He been in that mat all that time. And they tried to say suffocation. Bull. They killed that boy because they had an independent autopsy when they exhumed that boy's body and had the family go through that same pain and turmoil to see their son again. after he was buried the first time in the state that he's in because he's been up underground, and find out that he had blunt force trauma to the neck. That don't solidify that he suffocated. Because if he would have suffocated, it'd have been the autopsy would be not worried about his neck, but it'd be worried about the lungs and the oxygen that was in his body. Because we leave clues when you die in certain instances. If you're getting choked out, it'll deal with your neck and the blood that went through your head that will solidify that you've been choked out, or what they say, Wanda, they'll say that he suffocation. You see what I'm saying? Now, Daisy, all of a sudden, she just come up missing. That goes into what I'm about to say. How, y'all better understand. Some of these crazy white folks out here, and then they got some crazy black folks that's riding with it. Side note, think about what happened at Bear Oaks where they had them brothers digging them bodies up. How dare you? And you a black man dig up somebody's loved ones. That's the same thing with this organ trafficking. People coming up missing, and when they find them, they liver gone, they heart gone, they spleen gone. That's the new purge now. And y'all wonder why stuff going on like this. And y'all so oblivious because y'all too busy trying to pop a molly, trying to still live young. Deal with your kids. Let the daddies be involved. Because every time y'all go down there and try to get some more link, they telling you don't need the daddy in the house, which you do. I don't care if he's a drunk dope fiend. Let them kids see their daddy and let them be the judge. Stop bad-mouthing each other. You say whatever you want to say to each other when y'all outside those kids, grown or young. Because at the end of the day, you're never supposed to show division between y'all two when it come down to them kids. Because now these kids going to be born and raised to do the same thing, ongoing. It's a revolving circle. Look at all the young guys that's in there now doing 50 to life. Because the wrong choice. Because y'all too lazy, worried about somebody else next door. Check your house. Stop being fools. Stop following the leader and walking in the bill of fire. Get into the educational field. Go to the schools. Be involved with these kids' schools. Period. That's the reason why I played that song, Devil's Advocate. Y'all got to really listen to it. Because it got a message. I'm not interested in how many booty shakings in the video or how many stacks of fake money that these people trying to giving y'all illusions, knowing they still living in the projects. They living in the slums because they using studio jewelry to make themselves look like they really gangster. And you ain't even telling a story. You telling a story on how you get, and you so on borderline of catching AIDS. Then y'all, half of y'all undercover. Keep it real. When y'all walk around here sagging and your booty cheeks showing, don't nobody want to smell your drawers. And young lady, don't nobody want to see the print of your vajayjay. We know you female. Start dressing classy, not trashy. And then you got to worry about nobody saying, dang, baby, I'll give you, you know what I'm talking about. They talking up under your dress. And you, get out of my face. You laughing. But you're a woman. You're a diamond. You're a queen. You are the first person that God said that was on earth before anything else was made. Y'all got a title. Y'all entitled to be treated like queens. I don't care what you do in your private life. But a man's supposed to treat a woman like a queen at all time. I don't care if she was the biggest dope fiend or a hoe in the world. You still call her sister. Because it's her preference that don't define that she's a woman. I mean, her preference, because of her preference, that don't define her as being who she what she's portraying. Because at the end of the day, she's still a woman. She's still a lady, and she's still a queen. And she is the mother of this earth. Without her, it isn't no me or you. But you sisters, y'all need to start supporting these brothers. Stop putting them down. He already down. He already frustrated. That's our MO. Motivate them. Uplift them. Love on them. Y'all work out a plan together and take baby steps. And by the time you take so many baby steps, then you could be able to jump and maybe make a, yeah, you're going to have a setback. But you keep pushing. Here it is. I started out with 4 people on my show. Me and 3 other guys. I'm right here. Because I'm dedicated to this. Y'all got to start thinking. Thinking about where your future is about to be. Look at the kids outside. That's our future. Anybody 40 and up, the gig is almost up on us. These white folks want some more dummies. Another wave of free labor in the prison system. Now they body snatching because they're making more money. You know, I heard this on the radio and they start promoting it. You remember when Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, Prince, Rick James, Tina Turner, few other people, they just start dying off. And they said they're making more money dead than they was alive. Didn't you hear that, Wanda? You feel me? So y'all don't even know this was planned to set them up to get all of them died from strange overdoses. But look at the people that was in play that was right next to them, that was feeding them. Don't blame it on Ray J. Talking about he was the runner for Whitney. Y'all implemented that stuff before Ray J got involved. So don't get mad at him if he did or didn't. I'm not saying that he did, but he played the role to get his money on the street in California, in LA, in Hollywood. Y'all know that ain't nothing but a facade, a dream. 1 out of 10 make it. Young lady that got a body like a pop bottle and that's beautiful, but dumb as a doorknob in the brain, go down there talking about she want to get a model a year. 9 times out of 10, she doing porn within 2 years. You guys down there going down there to start an entertainment business, getting into music, whatever, you'd be playing music on by LAX. You feel me? But y'all got a nerve to complain about Lil Rocco's kids down there, and you can't even check your own damn house. Are you serious? I know, because I was that. I was them. You was too. So don't be hiding under secrets. Tell a story. You got to shock these kids. Back in the days, they used to have on Channel 11, Cell Block H101. Soon as somebody gets shot, you take them out there. This what's going to happen when you don't do what I asked you to do. And mama, stop getting high with them. Stop drinking with them. Stop having, your grown folk conversation intertwined with some young folks when they don't even have a clue. You hear him say, mama, that was in y'all days. They just modernized it. That's just because they put another sheet on it to make you believe, because you know y'all into the social media, y'all into the video games, y'all into everything that's not making your body active and your mind learning and generating that energy, because y'all will sit there and pop something in the microwave just to play the game, or you in the mirror all day putting on fake eyelashes because you didn't sing Love and Hip Hop, and now all of a sudden you want injections, but you didn't see reality show, the back reality show, when all their butts was leaking and they was messing up $1,000 dresses that wasn't theirs. These young boys doing homosexual acts to do certain things on these shows. Come on, man. Y'all better wake up. Y'all better wake up. We all we got. And we putting genocide on ourselves. We putting genocide on us. They trying to wipe us out. They trying to obliterate the black community, the African American. And they trying to run out the Mexicans, talking about the border. You know how they making that border wall? With the welfare system. Because they taking it away from you and they giving it to them people to make that, them what they call them private constructions. You know, the lobbyists and these non-union construction companies that's vowing to build this wall as long as they get the money. And you know how they gonna get the money? Off the sweat of your backs. And here it is, you want to walk around here like life is so good. Pretty soon they already done put a hold on Section 8. They put limitations on welfare, because y'all then got so comfortable of getting a link card and getting some government grant to do daycare, where you telling them that the father don't need to be in them kids' lives. You cut the head of a father's off, the body gonna go everywhere. And here it is, you trying to play mother and father. You can't do it. Then these young ladies don't have a father in their life, because that's the first that man supposed to be the first protector of her. That's the first man she's supposed to be in love with, daddy. Because daddy gonna make sure she's straight. But then when you take that out the equation, so now she's going to the street and now she's looking at 3 or 4 different dudes that she didn't had sex with, and put herself out there dressing naked just to get the attention, because she's lacking her father in her life. The reason why I say this, because I lacked my father in my life. I used to be jealous of some of the people that was from the projects. They had their father and mother in the same household. I used to just sit there and stare. I wish I could have that. So don't tell me y'all can't understand that feeling. Some of y'all had to eat grits 3 times a day, oatmeal 3 times a day. I wish I had a sandwich with mayonnaise on 2 pieces of bread, celery sticks, white potatoes in neck bones, Great Northern with some rice, with a few pieces of turkey tails in it. So you can't tell me y'all ain't struggle. Even the families that had both parents, they still struggle in their own way. But just to see that it was a whole family, that it was there, I used to love that. But I wish I was that. So now history is repeating itself when it comes down to black families. You're supposed to have a camaraderie when it comes down to kids. Your personal issues, you need to leave that outside your children, because they need both parents to guide them. Father's supposed to be able to teach the boys how to be men and groom them. And mom's supposed to teach the young ladies how to be young ladies. And men, you're supposed to show the young ladies they are protected by father. And these are the things that you need to look for when you're trying to find yourself a man when you get up to that age. You shouldn't be worried about somebody being your boyfriend at 12 or 13 years old and you can't even pee straight. and you worried about some little boy. You can't even read a full book, a novel, but you worried about some little boy getting your hair done like you're grown. And then you wonder why these old 50-year-old mans catching rape cases. Because you're looking for that father that you never had. So you had to do whatever it takes to get that attention. I'm going to go to commercial. I need some water. Play that song again for me while I'm at commercial. I'll be back. H the Real, IntellectualRadio.com. Another perspective.
Some wrong, some right, devil's at. Pretty self-explanatory. But, you know, trying to get it right, you know. Trying to see it right, so Mr. Right. How do I explain? What is it I can say? Gotta help me make it through the day. How do I explain? What is it I can say? Gotta help me change my evil ways. How do I explain? What is it I can say? Gotta help me take up all these chains. Bless you with the pain. How do I explain? I'm a devil's advocate. Miss brown skin, light brown skin, dark brown skin. We could link around 10. I said, I ain't got no lady, you ain't got no man. Tell me what's the deal, what's the plan? You wanna talk, wanna touch, wanna make love, wanna have sex, you want all of the above, but you want it with somebody you can trust. Might as well face that I'm addicted to love, or is it lust trying to keep you in my grasp, in my clutch, when we split like a Dutch afterwards? Wondered if we moved in a rush, not waiting for the next bus. But they say every 15, here comes another one, about to get something that's troublesome. Is a relationship possible? Is it realistic or an obstacle? Not for you. I'm on the phone, said I need some time alone. When you gone, wish I had you in my home. Said you got a Jones in your bones. Played D'Angelo, Angie Stone, to come and get it while it's warm. Called you back and said, come on. It's me halfway, we burn it till we filling up the ashtray. And I've never been the one for betrayal. I just gotta find a way to say no. Devil's advocate. How do I explain? What is it I can say? Gotta help me make it through the day. How do I explain? What is it I can say? Gotta help me change my evil ways. How do I explain? What is it I can say? Gotta help take up all these chains. Bless you with the pain. How do I explain? Sins of the father cast down upon the son as the sun sits overcast, beaming down upon us. Hand inside the gauntlet with a hair trigger. Father figure views the Bible channel as he sips upon his liquor. Son watch his father watch the channel as the hammer hit anvil and it's spinning out the blade. I recollect the times I could have died by suicide but stayed alive before I hit the 7th grade. I met a friend who jumped over the ledge, and someone grabbed the leg before the halo or the flames came overhead. I understood that all the tears were shed and realized that I lived in denial, laid the restless in my bed. No, the secret some should never know. Deep inside I hold, wishing I was never ever told. Pray for others, tell me I'm bold. Though I often wish my ears were shut, mouth would take, and eyes were closed. So how do I explain? What is it I can say? Gotta help me make it through the day. How do I explain?
Hey, this is Ace the Real, IntellectualRadio.com. Another perspective. Yes, that was my cousin Toki Right. If y'all heard the track on Facebook Live, y'all can go to YouTube, type in Toki Right, Toki Right, WRIGHT. That's my blood cousin. Straight up hip hop. He got a message. He with rhyme sayers, and he also do spoken word. Check him out. He all good. That's what we need. Motivational type rap. You feel me? But getting back to what I was saying. Hanul said, Aaron, I love to hear more on what you're up to this summer. What you like to see happen for your family and community loved ones. What I really want to see, and I'm glad you said that, Hanul. What I really wanted to see for this summer is unity within the Black community. Unity in the Black community. That's all. I want to see some of them gang members, old school, new school, get y'all flags, get up with the opposite gang, and y'all connect them flags. Show the neighborhood that y'all trying to kill the disease that's in your community, but with all this gun violence. Show these people outside the mayor and the police department and the FBI, the CIA, I don't care, any law enforcement. Y'all don't need them. Y'all could do it yourselves. Show these people that y'all could come as a community to cut down some of these killings, because you know what? It ain't the person that y'all trying to get that's dead. It's these kids that's dying. You understand where I'm coming from? You got 4-year-olds, 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? Getting killed over senseless. It ain't gang banging. They not gang, they clicking. I talk to opposite gangs every day. And the most important thing that they just say out there, my man, we ain't doing that. We got some respect. We not doing that. And I'm like, we can stop it, bro. If we still got this little bit of street cred, it's time to educate them on laws and signs and symbols of the structure and guide them kids not to self-destruct, but construct an idea, a plan, how to help your community without people dying at the same time. You feel me? Because they lining it up. Already they then got almost 2,000 guns off the street since a week before the 4th of July, leading up to the 4th. You know, what I want to see in my community is people eating. People outside their house and not have to worry about somebody driving by shooting guns. Or they leave their neighborhood and not coming back. We got to be able to be the eyes and ears of our own, because ain't nobody caring but us. And we acting like we ain't caring. It ain't in our family. It is your family. Every time you see a kid that get killed that's an African American or a female that's African American, it is your kids. Act like y'all don't know that. Because you best believe your child knows somebody that know that child that just got killed or kidnapped. Or was there, or they was involved with some that they didn't have no business to do. Y'all need to understand that, man. So, like I said, I'm saluting Father Flager, Brother Jesse Jackson, and a few other people that was out there. Where you at, Danny Davis? Where you at, Dick Durbin? Since you was the speaker for the Democratic Party, you supposed to have been out there. Now I could call y'all that. Where you was at, Chance the Rapper? That was your big defining moment right there. Supporting them people is about gun violence. Troy Lane said, I was just talking about this to someone earlier. Families were loving each other back in the days, looking out for each other. Growing up, we were, what she said, we as young teenagers, we were not thinking about having no, I can't see how y'all gonna have to excuse me. Okay. Teenagers about having no boyfriends. Plus fathers back in the days was making sure of that. Fathers were being fathers back then. Everything starts at home. You're right. It starts at home. Before a teacher could teach a baby how to say ABCs, you play with your children and you let them know. Say your ABCs. Yes. And you take it to another notch. Then you get them into history. Letting them learn the people that fought for our struggles today. See, that's another thing. That's what I'm pissed off about the Board of Education. All the history classes that I took, world history, American history, some black history, but we didn't get credit for black history. But we had U.S. history, the Constitution. We had to know the Constitution by heart, and we supposed to know the judicial branch, legislator, and all them other branches. How many representatives in the House of Representatives? Who, all this, but they never told you about Black history in its entirety. They only gave you snippets. And now, since they came up with the social media, YouTube, Google, other resource centers that's in that, they got Chromes and all of this. And the only thing you have to do is type it up, and bam, they telling you the truth. They're giving you 2 pictures of Abraham Lincoln. They're giving you 2 pictures of the Statue of Liberty. They didn't tell you that it was 6 Black presidents before Obama. Look it up. Jean-Baptiste Point-du-Sable was the first settler in Illinois. The people that your ancestors, do the research. If you don't want to research about nobody else, research about you. Who are you? Where you come from? What's your grandmama's grandmama's grandmama? Find out that. Find out what tribe in Africa you from. If you want to be interested in who are you? And then when you get a better understanding of that, then you can define who you want to be. Are you serious? My personal life don't have nothing to do about my thinking. My common sense thinking. Because I'm not going to hurt my brother. But if my brother try to hurt me, then I have to do what I have to do to not be hurt. But at the same time, I'm still going to be hurt because I hurt my brother. Because he tried to hurt me. You see that? From an act is a react, and then action. It's 3 A's. Act, react, and action. Whoever make the first move, it's still the 3 A's. You know what I'm saying? But that's why we got to get back into the community. That's why we got to push to get Black-owned business in our community. I said this statement last week when the guys were here. I say, we sitting up here spending thousands of dollars downtown for Taste of Chicago. Why we can't have our own neighborhood taste of Inglewood, taste of Brownsville, taste of Roseland, taste of Cal City, taste of Cal Park, Evergreen. Why we can't have that and intertwine it as a Black-owned thing? The taste of urban development. No, taste of urban community. No, I'm not going to say urban because urban is a salad bowl. The Black taste of Chicago. How about that? Yeah, for real. Why not? Why we worried about Miss Jane dealing with Mr. Johnson that worked down there at the laundromat? Or Keisha K dealing with Tutu over there on I ain't gonna throw no neighborhoods out because I don't want nobody giving me backlash on that. But y'all understand where I'm coming from. See, I could do my own show by myself because I talk off the dome. I don't have no paperwork. I don't do all that research. What I see is what I see. I'm gonna perceive it, and I'm just gonna throw it out there. Now, my perspective might not be everybody's perspective. That's why you have a right to be a free thinker. That's why it's called another perspective. Because if I'm wrong, tell me. I ain't scared to be wrong. I'm not right all the time. You know what I'm saying? What I think might not be your train of thinking. But until somebody set me straight, I'm gonna think the way I want to think, and I'm not too quick to go by your perspective anyway. Because at the end of the day, we are our own humans. We are our own individuals. We have our own train of thinking, and whatever floats our boat, we should be able to walk that fine line. But never be scared to ask somebody if you don't know. That ain't saying that you're dumb. Maybe they can give you a helping hand. Hey, won't you look at it from this perspective? You ain't got to go by it, but it's cool because it might be an idea. That's all it takes is an idea to make it come a reality. So I salute these young ladies that's out here, lust products, the girls that got the wine. My girl Vanessa Faith, she got her own beauty salon. Tish Wish got her own salon. DJ Tone Capone doing his music all over. DJ Joe Tex, Leroy Jag JoJo, they do their thing. Music for the soul. Ty Blacher dealing with music, teaching these young boys how to be behind the scenes. Cold Heart trying to put somebody in check by just giving them another perspective out there from acoustic conflict. SDMG, Sound Daily Music, training these young boys in how to take their music and put it into a story form. My cousin out there in Minnesota, Toki Wright, dealing with people all over the globe. London, Paris, Rome, Italy, Greece, Africa. I ain't talking about these millionaire people that made it and looking down upon us like Kanye West. But you know what? I only got about 3 or 4 minutes. See, I would have took it to another hour. You know what I'm saying? So y'all start thinking about how the next 10 years of your life is going to be. Because I don't want to be in the same state 10 years from now, struggling, living check to check. Yes, I work 2 jobs and I'm still living check to check. My car raggedy, bills high, tickets, everything. But I don't let it get to my head and taking it out on somebody else because I got my own struggles. I'm a grown man. I got myself in these struggles. I need to use my mind and my intellect to get out of them. That's how y'all supposed to do. Instead of going to the Henny bottle, yes, I like drinking Jack Daniels, but I'm going to drink Jack Daniels when it's time for me to drink Jack Daniels. Not all day, and my brain function is not going. But anyway, I'm Ace the Real, IntellectualRadio.com. I hope y'all got a little bit of what I'm saying, and y'all take it to heart. I'm not hollering at you. I'm hollering with you. I love all of y'all. Peace and love to everybody. And all my guys that's supposed to be here today, you see I held it down. So, you know, Ace the Real, IntellectualRadio.com. Another perspective. And I'm out. Peace.
Some wrong, some right, devil's that. Pretty self-explanatory. But, you know, trying to get it right, you know. Trying to see it right, so, Mr. Right. How do I explain? What is it I can say? Gotta help me make it through the day. How do I explain?